The concept of a sequel is where you as a entrepreneur, I'm actually in a hot tub doing videos. The concept of a sequel is where you as a entrepreneur don't have your first company as your first company. You have your first company as your second company. And I laugh and giggle because it massively reduces risk, and it sounds like a joke, but it is not a joke. What you're trying to do is you're trying to not have your first startup be your virginal effort. You want to have your first startup be your second startup, so that way you're a repeat entrepreneur. What you're also doing as your first startup is you are trying to do a sequel off of an existing concept. Ideally, you're an engineer, and as an engineer, you want to sell somebody else's product as your first company. And you sell an existing product, and later on, you as an engineer, you can then tweak your existing, you can tweak somebody else's existing product, and therefore you are just selling somebody else's product. And so what you're doing is you're massively mitigating and reducing risk, and you're minimizing your risk by doing a sequelized concept. In fact, your first startup shouldn't even be a startup. Your first startup ideally would be a spin-out of a corporation that you did not work at or start, or you could work at. So the concepts dovetail together using these two hashtags, PRPRPI, which is pattern recognition, pattern replication, pattern iteration, and I'll repeat those, PRPRPI, which is pattern recognition, pattern replication, pattern iteration, and RMRMRE, which is risk mitigation, risk minimization, risk elimination, RMRMRE. And these concepts of being in a sequel is that, where initially you start off selling something that belongs to somebody else, you make commission from it, or you don't make commission, either way, you benefit, slightly altering and improving the product. And one of the ways to do that is a different video, but it's called DJ up to APIs. DJ like so you're DJing up to APIs. The API, of course, stands for Application Protocol Interface. So when you're combining two, there's a separate video for it. And then what you want to do is you actually want to launch your product that you're selling, or that you're making commission on, at a real world event, at a party. That's also a sequel concept. And yes, these sequels seem like you're latching on to existing parades, and that's what VCs are looking for, is they're looking for entrepreneurs who are joining a parade, capitalizing on a parade, versus starting their own thing. This is also a different video called Crossing the Chasm from the Right. Crossing the Innovation Chasm from the Right. That's a separate video. I'll post the links down below.